Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's a lovely fall day, and I'm glad to be back. The thing I like about doing these takes and posting them is, for the most part, they're just free format. No real preparation goes into them, no production. It's just a lot of off the cuff topics based on conversations I have with people or ideas that come to my mind or just my observations of the world around me. And today's topic is a result of a conversation I had uh, 24 hours ago. I was talking to somebody about the power of our stories and how different people have different stories. Some stories are full of adversity and challenges and difficulty and end with triumph. And some maybe don't have as much adversity, color, and drama as part of them. But I reminded this individual that every single person's story matters, and it really does, right? Because in every situation, in every context, people are going through different things. I grew up in a third world country and I have a set of experiences. I have a story coming from a third world country, living in this country, United States right now, and doing what I do. But even in my background, folks that I grew up with and went to school with, they've got different stories. I grew up on a college campus, right? And I had access and exposure to a certain set of things. Some of my best friends didn't grow up on a college campus. They grew up, excuse me, in more remote places with less access to things, and they've overcome a number of challenges to do great things in society as well. But everybody's story matters because to be successful, you've overcome, you've battled your way through, you've taken on new challenges, you've grown, you've stretched yourself, you've allowed yourself to discover who you are, you've allowed yourself to take feedback, some of it probably pretty hurtful, and you've incorporated that and gone on to do great things. You're also still in the process of growing and blossoming and becoming a better you. So our stories matter. And the cool thing about it is there's always someone out there who can identify with your context, who can identify with your background. It's probably never exactly the same, but it's very similar, whether it's ethnic background, social background, faith based background, academic background, career background, trajectory, whatever it might be. There are always people who can identify with your story. And so that's why we should never be shy or hesitant to tell our story, to share it. Never feel like your story doesn't meet up to the story of other folks. Their story is their story, and their story is for a certain audience. Your story is for an audience as well. So your story matters. Never forget it. Share it when people ask you about your story. Tell your story. Remember, stories are so critical for our resilience. It's how we help ourselves cope. The stories we tell ourselves, as I said in my last video, are extremely important. We can tell stories that dampen the spirit. We can tell stories that amplify, elevate, and make us go. So tell positive stories. Remember, your story matters, and don't be shy to share it. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Joy at Work. Bye.